All right, hello. We are going to go over Chief Architect data folders and what exactly that means when it comes to file management. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to open up our Documents folder. That tends to be the general location of where Chief Architect files are located. So I am going to be working and recording this course on a PC. However, this would be the same thing whether you were working on a Mac as well. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and open a folder for myself, and then I'm going to come over here to my Documents folder, and you're going to see that I have multiple Chief Architect software loaded on this computer. And if I don't, then their data folder is still located. So ignore this status right now, but what we're going to look at is this X15. So again, you're going to see your user path as me or your personal username, and then you're going to go to that Documents folder, and then you're going to go to that X15 data folder. When we click on this, you're going to see various folders that are going to automatically appear within Chief Architect. I'm first going to point out these migrate backup folders. These are because I migrated from X14, so these came over with the migration. If you are new to Chief Architect, or for some reason you didn't migrate over, then these may not be in your folder. So that's just something to be aware of. As we're going through these, you're going to see some of these are actually empty on my end, and a lot of it is because of the way that I have things and organize my files. So the first thing I want to point out is this archives folder. So if you're in Chief Architect and when you're setting it up, you may get a question saying, how often would you like to back this up? And for me, I just do the standard every 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes as I'm working in a plan, it will send over this auto save backup. So you can see the last time that I recorded this was on or worked on this was June 28th at 7:03 p.m. So relatively recently to when I am recording this. With that said, you can see that there's other ones that I have worked on between then. This is great for being able to, if the software crashes on you, if for some reason you open something up and it didn't look like it saved things, you can always come to your archives folder and try to find it there. That's the very first thing that I would recommend if you're trying to look for it. Now, that being said, I will 100% say do not ever save anything. Do not run your files in this archives folder. These data folders should only be considered as temporary in the sense that as you upgrade to Chief, your data will move to the next data folder. So any templates, any textures, any archives in the sense that any active files that you are working in should be saved in a company folder. And in the next video, we'll be going over how to organize or how you can organize your folders based off of at least what works for me. So that being said, this is your archives folder. This is your backdrop. So if maybe you're building new backdrops outside of Chief, those would jump in here. You have database libraries. I don't think I have any here. Oh, I have what's been deleted, and then my user library looks like it's consistently being backed up here. Um, your hotkeys. So if you're not going to see them. Well, you are, but so you can see what the standard hotkeys locations are. So if you're trying to figure out, hey, I know I set this up, you can come over here into that data folder. What hotkeys are, and I'll make sure to go over this as well. In Chief Architect, if you are an AutoCAD user, then, and let's say that you are a keyboarder, or you're somebody who likes to use the keyboard to put commands in, hotkeys, you can customize hotkeys so that you can draw and model using your keyboard. As for images, these are just images that I clearly dropped in and Chief backed up. I'm going to be totally honest, I'm not quite sure what LEX is. Scripts, there isn't really any scripts in here for me because I'm not using them. And then templates. So here are the general templates that Chief Architect provides. You're not going to see the ones that I build in here because, again, I don't save my templates in the data folder because they can change or things can happen. So I would rather make sure that they are being backed up somewhere else in a location that I know I'll be able to access from multiple computers. Again, we'll go over this in a little bit. So within these templates and there are layout templates and plan templates. So I will be going over the difference between layout and plan files in the future, but for right now, plan is what you model in, and a layout are the sheets that you are formatting things to that have the title blocks on them. So you'll be able to see a commercial template, and then you'll see kitchen and bath templates. They have some formatted with metric, and then you have residential templates, and then 11 by 17. And so if you are an interior designer who's like, hey, I just signed up for this because I want to be able to get NKBA standards, then you may be interested in the kitchen and bath templates. Those automatically have NKBA standards in there. That being said, the primary difference between the kitchen and bath templates and the residential templates are dimensioning standards and where your dimension strings are snapping to. So again, we'll go over this further in the templates video. But this is where you can find the Chief Architect templates that you can then customize yourself, or if you're not interested in using the ones that I've built for you, again, this is where you can find them. These are the templates that migrated over for me from X14. And then textures, you're going to see that there's some textures in here based off of different libraries that have been saved or imported. So you can see different things that have been brought in from SketchUp and where they're located, different models, and different material information based off of different user catalogs that have been brought in. And then this is toolbars. So we will be going over how to format and custom format toolbars. But if for some reason in the future, and I'll show this again, your toolbars tend to go, for some reason, you open it up and all your toolbars are gone, you're going to be able to find them here. So again, you just go to your data folders and toolbars, and this default configuration tends to be the one that you may be used to looking at with Chief, or as you might start seeing me use along with these custom toolbars. And then you can see where it's migrated. So this is how Chief Architect organizes its data. Again, as you can see, each version has its own data folder. So you want to make sure to be very careful as to what you're having sent over there, and be aware that when you do upgrade, assuming there'll be an X16, there will be a new data folder, and if you migrate it appropriately, then you might have backup folders like this that will send over your templates and your toolbars and any kind of textures. So if you have any questions, make sure to comment on this video and let me know. Otherwise, we are going to continue in the next video on how you can organize your computer to be able to run Chief more efficiently and to be able to find your files as an interior designer.